the healer and the goblin. Renowned for his unparalleled healing prowess, Nkosana's name had spread far and wide, echoing throughout the land in reverent whispers. However, this remarkable gift was not bestowed without a dire cost. One fateful day, while traversing the forest, in search of elusive and potent herbs that held the promise of restoring his former prestige, fate intervened. A goblin revealed itself before him, bearing an offer to elevate him to greater fame than ever before. But this proposition was not without its harrowing terms. Nkosana's heart would soon be crushed, as he discovered the heart-wrenching price attached to this coveted resurgence: his beloved daughter. Following the encounter, Nkosana had basked in the glow of success and in the adoration of his people. Yet, despite the cheers that once uplifted his spirit, he now found solace in solitude, retreating from the praises that had once been his life's ambition. How could he have been so blind, so consumed by his own desires? Then, one day, a whisper of an idea brushed against the edges of his mind like a gentle breeze. He must seek the counsel of his old friend, Zuberi, a sage renowned far and wide for his profound wisdom and insights. With a newfound determination burning in his heart, Nkosana set forth on a journey to find Zuberi, his footsteps carrying him across landscapes that had become achingly familiar. Nkosana and Zuberi had known each other since they were young men. They had both studied under the great traditional healer Master Akandare, a great privilege and honor. Weeks of diligent study had transpired beneath the watchful eye of Master Akandare. Yet, amidst the arduous trials, a shadow had emerged, casting doubt upon the authenticity of a singular existence. Nkosana's unwavering gaze pierced the veil that shrouded Zuberi's identity, unraveling the threads of an enigmatic truth. "You are not who you claim to be," Nkosana's voice echoed with an undercurrent of challenge. Zuberi's eyes widened in response. Nkosana's words had struck a chord, unearthing a hidden truth. Zuberi hesitated, then confessed. He had taken on another person's identity due to a twist of fate. Orphaned and alone, he had stumbled upon the lifeless form of a young man while tending to cattle, his life extinguished by the venomous bite of a serpent. Nearby lay a bag with a letter congratulating him for being accepted by Master Akandare to study healing. Zuberi faced a crossroads. He could have alerted the village about the tragedy, but instead, he saw an opportunity for a fresh start. Nkosana listened intently, a newfound empathy blossoming between them. A connection was forged, an understanding of shared dreams and the desire for a better life. As time passed, Nkosana silently supported Zuberi's secret. He had become a guardian, a silent partner in Zuberi's dance between dual roles, a messenger who bridged the chasm between Zuberi and his distant parents, weaving a tapestry of deception to protect the fragile strands of their connection. Zuberi, in turn, cared for his predecessor's parents and withheld his own desires, repaying a debt of gratitude to them. With the passing of his now parents, Zuberi stood free to fully embrace the stolen identity he had carried, to step into the role he had assumed. Zuberi sat outside his hut, bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight. His heart skipped a beat as he spotted a familiar figure approaching, a silhouette etched against the luminescent night. "Brother," Zuberi's voice brimmed with warmth and excitement, his embrace sealing a reunion of kindred spirits. Amidst shared pleasantries, Nkosana's countenance held a weight, a story yet to be unveiled. "Brother, I need your help," Nkosana's plea pierced the air, drawing Zuberi's full attention. In rapt silence, Zuberi absorbed the narrative that unfurled, a tale of a desperate pact with a goblin, forged in pursuit of power and prestige. Nkosana's voice trembled, his eyes glistening with the remnants of tears, as he recounted the depths of his regret, and the haunting desire to reclaim his daughter from the clutches of that ill-fated bargain. Zuberi's resolute words sliced through the night, laden with conviction. "As I see it, you've got three choices: outsmarting the goblin, invoking the guardian of the forest, or a sacrificial exchange." His voice held the weight of a strategist, mapping out the avenues for Nkosana's salvation. "Indeed, you speak the truth," Nkosana acknowledged, urgency infusing his words. "That's why I've come to you, to beseech you to invoke the guardian of the forest on my behalf. I've heard that your chief holds favor with the guardian." "Very well," Zuberi replied. "Tomorrow morning, we shall seek an audience with the chief." Nkosana's hand extended, a symbol of profound appreciation. Zuberi's hand met his, a handshake sealing a covenant. Seated within the chief's abode, Nkosana and Zuberi unraveled their tale before Jabali. The weight of their words hung in the air, the room charged with an aura of solemnity. Jabali, a bastion of wisdom, drew a deep breath, his eyes reflecting the tumultuous emotions swirling within. Turning his gaze towards Nkosana, Jabali's voice was tinged with pain. For the sake of your daughter and your conviction, I will grant your request. The decision had been made. An audience was granted, a chance for their pleas to be heard by the higher power that presided over the forest. Guided by the moonlight's gentle embrace, the trio ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, their steps purposeful and laden with anticipation. As they reached a secluded clearing, Jabali halted them. "Wait here," he instructed, his voice carrying a note of authority. Stepping a few paces away, Jabali began to chant, the words a hushed symphony that seemed to beckon nature itself. Within moments, a whirlwind materialized, a tempest of energy from which emerged an unexpected presence. A woman of ethereal beauty, her form radiant in the moon's tender glow. Jabali's surprise mirrored her own, and in a stuttered voice, he inquired, "Who are you, and what have you done with the guardian?" His words held a tremor of uncertainty, a question that hung in the air like an unspoken enigma. Nearby, Nkosana and Zuberi exchanged bewildered glances, their astonishment a reflection of Jabali's perplexity. Nkosana whispered to Zuberi, "I always pictured her as an older woman." Zuberi's hushed response hinted at deeper insights. "This isn't the guardian we know." As the guardian stood before them, her countenance a mask of poise and seriousness, Nkosana and Zuberi remained rooted in their amazement. She swiftly collected herself and addressed them, her tone marked by a resolute gravitas. "I am the new guardian of the forest," she declared, her words heavy with a sense of duty. "Why have you summoned me here?" Stammering and stumbling over his words, Jabali struggled to convey their purpose. We, he began, grappling with the revelation of a new guardian, an unexpected twist that had left him grappling for coherence. Nkosana's voice, though filled with uncertainty, sought to clarify their intentions. "It's about my daughter," he uttered, his words fraught with emotion, revealing the depths of his heartache. "I am well aware of the story, and I have encountered her several times within this very forest," the guardian interjected, her gaze penetrating each of their souls. Her awareness lent a sense of eerie foreknowledge to the situation. Nkosana found his voice again, overcome with the weight of his plea. "Guardian, please," he implored, his voice laced with desperation. "Help me get my daughter back. I made a grave mistake." The guardian's question cut through the night air with unwavering seriousness, her eyes locking onto Nkosana's. "Nkosana, was your daughter taken from you by force, or was she offered as payment for your fame and fortune?" Nkosana's head bowed, the heaviness of his response conveyed in his silence. Jabali, determined and compassionate, stepped forward. "This is all true," he acknowledged, addressing the guardian. "However, for the sake of the girl, we implore you to help us." As Jabali spoke, an inexplicable maternal tug coursed through the guardian. It was as if an unspoken bond linked her to him, compelling her to yield to his plea. This sensation left her bewildered. Did it imply that she had also inherited the emotions of her predecessor? With solemn resolve, the guardian broke the silence, her voice carrying the weight of her commitment. "Very well," she acquiesced, the forest itself seeming to pulse in response. "The forest is governed by rules that also bind me." She turned her attention to Nkosana. "Your daughter was taken from you legally, not by force. Hence, we cannot march to their doorstep in battle." Her gaze encompassed them all, her eyes bearing the weight of ages. "However, for the sake of the girl, I will intercede on your behalf." The words held a promise, a testament to the guardian's role as both arbiter and protector. "But you must understand," her voice took on a somber tone, "they will demand something in return." The air around them seemed to shimmer with an unspoken pact. A pact between mortal souls and the unseen forces that governed their world. As the moonlight's gentle glow bathed them in its ethereal luminescence, they stood at the crossroads of fate, poised to confront the unknown with hearts ablaze, knowing that the path ahead was fraught with challenges yet filled with hope and purpose. To gain a complete comprehension of this narrative and its characters, view the following stories. Thank you for watching our story, The Healer and the Goblin, and we hope you enjoyed it. What lessons did you draw from this story? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of the tribe. Thank you for watching The Tales of the Savannah. We will see you next time, in the Savannah.